only 15% of people who start this video will actually finish it. The rest, their brains will give up before the end. And the shocking part? Mine did too. You know that strange moment when you open an app on your phone, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and suddenly forget why you even opened it? You scroll for a few seconds, maybe a few minutes, and then realize half an hour has vanished. You laugh it off, thinking, I'm just tired. But what if I told you this isn't about tiredness? What if I told you your brain is literally decaying? I'm not exaggerating. I've been there myself. I started forgetting important dates, losing focus on the simplest tasks. I couldn't read a book for more than 10 minutes without feeling bored. Even watching a 15-minute video felt like torture. And the worst part? I started outsourcing my thinking. I'd open ChatGPT and let it do the mental work for me. That's when I realized my brain was rotting. This isn't some TikTok buzzword. In 2024, the term brain rot was officially added to the Oxford Dictionary. It's defined as the gradual decay of mental sharpness caused by excessive exposure to low-quality, overstimulating content. Our ancestors' brains were designed for survival. A hunter's brain focused on one thing, catching prey. Every successful hunt released dopamine, the brain's reward chemical, for effort that kept him alive. That dopamine meant something. It was earned. But today, we get dopamine hits for doing almost nothing. A notification, a like, a swipe, a 10-second video that tricks your brain into thinking you've achieved something. You get the same chemical rush that ancient humans got from hunting a mammoth, except now it comes from your thumb. Your brain doesn't know the difference between dopamine from real achievement and dopamine from mindless scrolling. It only knows the reward. The problem? Social media dopamine is cheap, fast, and addictive. It fades in seconds, so your brain asks for more and more. Soon, you're trapped in a loop, scrolling, swiping, searching for the next tiny spike of pleasure. Neuroscientists call this overstimulation. Your brain's reward circuits are firing constantly, like fireworks in the night sky. But after the show, all that's left is smoke, mental fatigue, anxiety, and emptiness. Over time, this changes your brain's wiring. The part of your brain responsible for focus, patience, and decision-making, the prefrontal cortex, literally weakens. That's the part that separates humans from animals. And the more you drown it in cheap dopamine, the less human you become. We tell ourselves we're being productive. I'm learning on TikTok. I'm watching educational content on YouTube. I'm staying informed. But be honest, how much of what you watch actually changes your life? We're mistaking consumption for learning and distraction for rest. Our attention spans have collapsed to seconds. You try to study, and 5 minutes later you're scrolling again. You try to focus, but your mind starts craving that quick hit of novelty. It's not that we've become lazy, it's that our brains have been reprogrammed. Your brain is neuroplastic. It adapts to whatever you feed it. If you train it with discipline, focus, and challenge, it grows stronger connections. But if you train it with endless short videos, dopamine loops, and cheap entertainment, it adapts to that instead. Every scroll is a rep at the gym of distraction. You're literally teaching your mind that constant stimulation is normal. So when real life demands patience or effort, your brain panics. It's been rewired to reject anything that doesn't give instant pleasure. We are the most connected generation in history, and yet mentally the loneliest. We have infinite entertainment, but no satisfaction. We can access any information, but we remember nothing. We've turned our brains into browsers with hundreds of tabs open. The result? Constant noise. Studies show that heavy social media users struggle with planning, organization, and memory. The younger the user, the deeper the effect. That's why the iPad generation can't sit through a 30-minute lesson without distraction. They've never known what it means to wait, to focus, or to be bored. Upon a time, boredom was the birthplace of creativity. Newton discovered gravity because he had time to think. Einstein developed his theories while daydreaming. Today, we treat boredom like a disease. The moment we feel it, we run to our screens for relief. But boredom isn't the enemy of productivity, it's the seed of imagination. Social media platforms know exactly how to keep you hooked. They use the same tricks as slot machines in Las Vegas. Every swipe, every refresh, every notification is a spin of the wheel. Maybe you'll see something exciting. Maybe you won't. That uncertainty releases dopamine and makes you chase it again. You think you're using the app. In reality, the app is using you. It's not selling your data, it's selling your attention. If a platform can control what you look at, it can shape what you believe. That's how algorithms turn distraction into addiction and addiction into profit. Because of this constant stimulation, we've lost the ability to think deeply. When's the last time you sat with a problem without touching your phone for an hour? When's the last time you let your thoughts run wild instead of filling every silence with sound? We've become terrified of stillness, but it's in that stillness that your mind actually grows. Without deep thought, creativity dies. Without patience, progress stalls. And without self-control, we're no longer in charge of our own brains. But here's the beautiful part. The same neuroplasticity that got you into this mess can get you out. Your brain can heal. It just needs time and intentional effort. Step 1, awareness. Notice when you reach for your phone. Ask yourself, why now? What emotion am I avoiding? Track your screen time honestly. Step 2, clean your environment. Delete apps you don't use. Mute pointless notifications. Unfollow accounts that drain you. Your feed should serve you, not the other way around. Step 3, rebuild your reward system. Go back to earn dopamine. Do something that requires effort before you get the reward. Read, work out, learn, finish a task. Let the dopamine hit feel deserved. And finally, re-embrace boredom. Let yourself be offline. Walk without music. Sit in silence. Let your thoughts breathe again. And finally, be patient. You won't undo years of brain decay overnight. Just like going back to the gym after a long break, your mental muscles will ache at first, but with consistency, they'll grow stronger. You'll think more clearly, remember more, and feel more alive. The enemy isn't technology, it's how we use it. The internet can teach you anything, but instead of using it as a tool, we've turned it into an escape. We've stopped creating and started consuming, and the price of that trade is our minds. If you keep feeding your brain garbage, it will eventually produce garbage, because your thoughts, your actions, your entire personality, they're built on what you feed your mind. If you're still here right now, congratulations. You belong to the rare few who can still focus for more than 60 seconds. That means there's hope. Hope that your brain hasn't fully decayed yet. Hope that you can rebuild it. So make the choice today. Stop feeding your mind fast food. Start feeding it real knowledge, real experience, real life. The digital world isn't going anywhere, but you can decide who's in control, you or the algorithm. Your brain is not a trash can. Don't fill it with junk and expect it to produce gold. Every time you resist the scroll, every time you choose silence over noise, every time you decide to think instead of react, you're cleaning a little bit of the rot away. Because the first step to saving your mind is realizing it's worth saving.